I'm interested in portraying what everyday people are doing to try to make the world a better place. I believe in celebrating that struggle. My name is Connor Czora, and I make ceramics for a living. I grew up in upstate New York in the Rochester area, and for me, I've been an artist my entire life. If you look back at, parents like to save things from when you're a little kid. Back in kindergarten, I have a little piece of paper that says, I want to be an artist when I grow up. I was always drawing, I was always, making something with my hands, and so I knew that that was the path for me. The question was more, what sort of art is that going to be? When I went to college, I went down to Baltimore, to the Maryland Institute College of Art. I was actually a painting major when I first went to school, had no ceramics experience whatsoever, and while I was at school, my freshman year took a single ceramics elective in sculpture. By the time I was a junior in college, I was a ceramics major, and I graduated with a ceramics degree. So the artwork that I make is really socially and politically engaged. I'm interested in talking about the struggles that marginalized communities and a lot of us face on a regular basis. Washington, D.C. is a great sort of hub and epicenter for a lot of these big protests and mass movements you see, whether that is for LGBT rights or economic equality, racial justice, it's all here. My process involves a lot of research into historical forms. So any piece you'll see me making at a given point is referencing something. Maybe it's a pair of vases that I saw at the National Gallery of Art. Maybe it is a larger vase that was commissioned by the government. But I'm interested in pulling these sort of historic antique forms to talk about contemporary issues. And so once I've constructed the actual vase, I'll transfer my imagery to create a sort of broader narrative about whatever issue it is that I'm talking about. I was really surprised when I first moved to Washington, especially moving here from Baltimore. I expected DC to be a bit more uptight, a little bit more, corporate with everything. And I've been really grateful to find a really wonderful ceramics community here. I think number one, if you're interested in ceramics, sign up for a class somewhere. DC has like a dozen studios throughout the district. We've got District Clay Center where I work, Eastern Market Pottery, Material Things, Hinckley. They're all throughout the city. So number one is take a class. Tip number two is that practice makes progress. We don't expect perfection out of ceramics. And when I was studying, we were taught that when you become a good potter, you will have a 50% success rate. All of my students were working up to 1 and 2 pots survive. So we want to come at it with a sort of humble approach and a positive attitude that you're ready to continue learning. Tip number 3 is to engage with the community. Part of my favorite thing about ceramics is that historically it's always been a very communal field to work in. It takes a village to raise a kiln. And my favorite part is that we host, dinners at the studio where everybody can get together, potlucks, all sorts of events. But that community is something that I think keeps drawing people back to the studio. Anybody, anywhere, no matter what means you have at your disposal, you can use art to express yourself and to make the world a better place than you found it.